I'm certain that many of you are familiar with the Beatles' hit song, "We Get By with a Little Help from Our Friends." Well, fellow District 2 officers, club presidents, that sums up my experience as club president of Toast to Us Toastmasters for 2011-2012. What an incredible group. We had success. We were President's Distinguished last year. It was because of extraordinary people with extraordinary focus, extraordinary energy, getting together to make great things happen. We connected, we engaged, we achieved, and we had fun. Dr. Ralph Smedley, the founder of this fantastic organization, has stated that we learn best in moments of enjoyment. And I could say that last year's experience was exactly that. I've been with Toastmasters for 9.5 years. What a ride. I joined Toastmasters to become a better speaker. But along the way, I learned a little bit about leadership, and that also, when you become a better leader, you become a better speaker. I've had the privilege to serve as a Vice President of Education on 3 occasions, a club president on 3 occasions, an area governor, an assistant division governor for Division C in charge of marketing and membership. Currently, I'm serving as a public relations officer for District 2. What am I learning? The same thing that I've been learning all along. Great people getting together to do great things. The education never stops. But I have to tell you straight up, being an honest guy here, the summer of 2011, I was ready for the education to stop. No, I wasn't going to quit Toastmasters. I just wanted to back up on the leadership a little bit. I'd been on a fast track to DTM. I was finishing a year as a VPE of Toast to Us, finishing a year as an Assistant Division C Governor in charge of marketing. I wanted to rest. Plus, my beautiful wife and I were buying a house in North Seattle, Cedar Heights. That was going to take a good deal of focus, buying a brand new home. But then Betty Boss, the club president for 2010 and 11, oh, and incidentally, club president of the year for District 2 that year, gave me an opportunity. And why is it that great opportunities always come veiled in work? She suggested that a natural ascension from me from VPE was to be president of the club. I had to scratch my head for a moment. I wasn't sure. But then she said, "Dennis, this club is geared for success. We've been President's Distinguished 2 years in a row. The officers are on board to make great things happen. The members are on board to make great things happen." Well, okay, I quickly signed on the dotted line because I have a vision of a three-peat dancing in my head, and I'm one goal-centered cat. Then the fun began. First, by having a club officers meeting in the middle of July. That very first club officers meeting, and I'm a big fan of monthly club officers meetings to keep the club officers on track with reaching club goals. Our first meeting focused on what we wanted to accomplish in 2011 and 2012. And that was to be President's Distinguished for a 3rd year in a row. I like terms like three-peat. It just sounds good, and the club officers were on board with that. We reviewed what we did well in 2010 and 11. Well, we did a lot well, 9 distinguished club points. We wanted to repeat that. What we did was we put together a club success plan. I'm certain that many of you are familiar with the club success plan. It is vital in organizing your year. It's taking a goal, putting it in writing, taking many goals, putting them in writing, putting an action plan together to make great things happen. Officers were engaged. The Vice President of Membership realized we needed to gain 8 new members to get 2 distinguished club points. But it goes further than that. There are ebbs and flows in a Toastmasters club's year. Each and every year there are changes. Things happen. You retain members, you may lose members, but you want to keep the graph going up in membership. New members bring in new energy to your club, a vital source of revenues to help the club keep healthy as far as monies go to support programs. New members give you a new pool from which to pick future leaders. things were looking good. The Vice President of Membership put together a membership building campaign that included putting together 2 open houses. We also decided that we needed to have meetings that would have a fun theme to them, such as humor, comedy. The Vice President of Education reviewed the previous year. What's to review? We were terrific. We wanted to do it again, and what she did was adjusted the club scheduler to make it more user-friendly, then sent out a club member satisfaction survey. Very important. You get feedback from your members. They are the people that count in your club. They are the people that make things happen. The survey had questions regarding educational goals, mentoring. It was very telling. We then helped the members who were close to goals, reaching their goals. One of the things we did through the year was to have a club speak-a-thon, a Toast to Us speak-a-thon, a meeting which were simply speeches and evaluations. That room was filled. It was a blast. Good times, great speeches. Everybody was loaded and engaged. Mentoring. That's something near and dear to my heart. You get those new members. You've dressed for success to have a great rockin' open house. Now you got the new people. You need to make things happen for them. We put together a mentoring program that would teach them about our club culture, Toastmasters, and help them through their first 3 speeches. I need to tell you that mentoring program was a success. 3 of our newer members are currently serving on the club board. They've also competed in contests, and 1 is an assistant area governor. I would have to call that success. We set goals for the year. Yes, we wanted to be President's Distinguished, but I believe in small goals on the way to the big goal. Middle of the year, Distinguished. 3 months out from the end of the year, Select Distinguished. 1 month to go, President's Distinguished. And I could say that we could check each and every one of those off. The Vice President of Education helped make all of this happen. The club secretary, the treasurer, the sergeant at arms kept the club loaded with the things that were necessary to have successful meetings. In the end, we reached our goal, big time. We had fun along the way. We had great times. We even got together for special meetings outside the club. It was fun. Everybody was engaged, connected, and ready to go. My thought for you this year is you have an opportunity to end this year on a high note as you get together and get a little help from your friends.